Good morning, students. I am your English teacher, Richa Dubey. I welcome you all in our e-learning classes, APS e-learning. Today we are going to study poem 1, The Road Not Taken of class 9 from our main course book, Beehive. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost, let's read about the poet Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost, he was born in 1874 on 26th of March and he died on 29th of January 1963. He was an American poet and his work was initially published in England before it was published in America. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech. He was honored frequently during his lifetime and he received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry and he became one of America's rare public literary figures, almost an artistic institution. He was also awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in 1960 for his poetical works. Now, before starting, let's read about the poem. Now, The Road Not Taken, it was first published in 1916. It shows Frost at his best as a pastoral who combines rustic simplicity with hidden, indirect, and clarity of style and language. What do you mean by pastoral, rustic? These are all related to nature. What is very close to nature? The countryside, the rural areas. Pastoral, so rural areas full of lands, grasslands, and all. That is all pastoral, who combines rustic simplicity. Who combines rustic simplicity. Now, what is rustic simplicity? Rustic simplicity means the simple beauty of nature, which is very close to nature. With hidden means it's hidden in nature. The beauty which is hidden in nature, though simple but beautiful. Indirect and clarity of style and language. Indirect and clarity of style and language you will be finding in this poem. Now, what is the poem's title? The poem's title is The Road Not Taken. The road not taken itself shows the title itself shows the choice which we make in our life. So the choices which we make in our life, that is actually the road not taken. That means when you have to take a decision, you should think about the decision. So the road is the symbol of the choice made by us in our life. Many times we regret the choice we make, but what is done once cannot be undone. This is what is actually expressed by the poet in this poem, The Road Not Taken. Now, once the decision is made, then you don't have anything else left except regretting. If it's a wrong decision, you can only regret. So, man regrets for what he has denied himself in life rather than what he has chosen. Hence, the poet has given his poem the title The Road Not Taken. The word road not only means way, it also means journey or a stage of journey. Here, road does not signify any ordinary road, but it is a metaphor. It functions a metaphor of a vital decision in our life. So, the road is actually a metaphor of our decisions which we take in our life. Now, so before reading, I'll give you just short introduction of the poem. This poem talks about the choices one has to make in life and their consequences. One day, while walking in a wooded area full of trees, the poet comes to a place where he has to decide which road he should take. He starts debating over the choices as he realizes he cannot walk on both the roads at the same time. And sorry, I could not travel on both the roads. So He's feeling sorry that I want to travel on both the roads, but I cannot. So he's debating over the choice that I have to take one particular decision, one particular choice I have to make. However, he decides to take the second path with the intention of traveling on the first some other time in future. So there were two roads, one was less traveled by people and the other was more traveled by people. And the poet, being adventurous, he decides to walk on the road which was less traveled by people. Now, the poem: two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now, yellow wood, yellow color symbolizes autumn season. Because in autumn season, what happens? The leaves turn yellow. They change their color from green to yellow. So, yellow symbolizes autumn season. Wood is referred to forest. And sorry, the poet is feeling sorry that I could not travel both. I want to travel on both the roads, but I cannot travel. And be one traveler long I stood. And the poet said that, be one traveler, I stood long and looked down one as far as I could. And I looked down. I looked down means I was standing on the fork of the road and I was looking towards the road till the road ends, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now, what is undergrowth? Undergrowth is bushes. That till the road bends in the bushes, till there I was seeing. Now, as I have explained, that the speaker describes his position. He's standing, he's in the forest, and it was autumn season. And there was a fork. Fork means there was a road which diverts in two different directions, and he has to choose one direction which road to choose. And he's feeling sorry that he couldn't travel on both the roads. So he stand, and as a traveler he stand on the fork and he just looked towards both the roads till the road could be seen. And how till what distance the road could be seen? Till it bends in the bushes. Till there means till the road is straight you can see. But the moment the road bends, you cannot see after that. So he's trying, that means he's trying to make a decision, he's trying to think what I should be doing. Now, second stanza, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. Now, the second stanza is saying, he walked, he looked down the first one to where it bent in the undergrowth, means to where it bent in the bushes, and then the second one, and he decided to take the other path because it seemed to have less people walking on it. The first one was more traveled by people, and the second one was less traveled by people, and he decides to take the second one. But then he goes on to say that they actually were very similarly same. He said almost same. The condition was same, both of them. They were same in the condition, they were similarly worn out. The second one, that he looked seems less traveled by people, and so he decides, he was an adventurous person. He said, no, this road wanted wear. This road wanted wear means this road want me to walk on it. It want people to walk on it. And so I will walk on it. Though at that moment the condition of both the roads were same, really about the same. Not exactly the same, but only about the same. So both the condition of both the roads were same. Yes, then is your third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in in steps no step had trodden black. Oh, I on leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. Now, the poet is trying to say that the third stanza here it says, the cogitation about the possible difference between the two roads. Now he's saying, what is the possible difference between these two roads? He had noticed that the leaves were both fresh fallen on them, both, and had not been walked on. Now, naturally, in the night, no one walks on the road, that also in the forest. So, in the morning, the condition of both the roads was same. Both the roads were filled with leaves and the fresh fallen leaves. So, the condition of the roads was same in the morning of both the roads. And he says, okay, fine, today I take this road, I decide to walk on this road, and on the another road I will come some other day. But he doubted. But he doubted if I should ever come back. Why? Because he knew that one road leads to another. The road doesn't stop, the road doesn't end. So he's saying, he tells, okay, today I am going to walk on this road, and the another road I will take some other day. But I doubted if ever I should come back, means he has a doubt that I will be able to come back because he knows that one road leads to another road, and so it's not possible to return, because if you continue to walk from one road to another, it's not possible for you to come back and walk on the another road. That means once if you have taken a decision, you have to continuously walk on that path only. You can, after walking 100 kilometers, then you cannot come back and, no, 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 now I want to move on the another road. So that decision is made, you have to continuously walk on that decision, on that path only. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now, what the poet is saying is, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Now, what is sigh? The word sigh, S-I-G-H. The word sigh is taking a deep breath, a breath of relief, a breath of relaxation. I shall be telling this with a sigh means I will be taking a deep breath, a sigh, and then I will be telling that somewhere ages and ages hence, when after many, many years, okay, that means I will take the decision, and then after many years I will take a deep sigh. Now, see, children, sigh can be taken in two ways. When you are very when you regret for something. Ah, I wish I had done it. I wish I had done this thing. Okay, this is also a regret. This is a sigh of regret, and everything is over. Now, this is what? This is relaxation. Okay, so sigh can be used in two ways. Now, here it is of regret, that I will be regretting after many years that two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. I took a decision of walking on the less traveled by road, and that has made all the difference in my life. And that decision has made the difference in my life. Now, in this poem, the word difference is taken in a positive way. Now, you can take it, see, the poets, authors, they just write and leave on the reader's understanding that what they understand. So here it is taken it up in a positive way. But there is nothing in the poem that suggests that this difference needs a positive outcome. The speaker could not offer such reformation because he has not lived the difference yet. Just now he has not lived the difference. He's saying that after many years I will be telling this. Okay, so you can take it as a positive way. Okay, maybe my decision which I am taking will bring positive changes in me, and I will be telling this with a sigh. Now, here what the poet is trying to say is that when you take a decision, you have to think about it, you have to analyze about it, and then you need to take the decision. And you never know. Now, see, his decision was a different decision because it was a decision which was taken taking the risk factor. No one was walking on that road, and he decided to take that road, which was not traveled by many people. So he decides to walk on that road. But taking risk may cause may cause some obstacles also. Plus, there could be a huge success also. So, decision making should be very strong, should be very done meticulously and carefully. So, here he is telling that after ages and ages hence, after many years, I will tell this with a sigh that two roads diverged in a wood, and I traveled the one less traveled by. So, your decision should be taken in a very after a keen understanding, after keen analysis, and then the decision should be taken. Now we come to the message of the poem. Now, Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, seems to hold out the motto that life is a continuous journey full of divergence now and then. Yes. Now, continuously, okay, there will be so many ups and downs in your life. This is life. This is journey of life. Okay, you cannot have always a smooth life. There will be ups also, there will be downs also. Now, the important thing is to move on without looking back. Whether the choice of path taken was right or wrong. Now, once you have taken the decision, now you cannot move back. You have to start working for it. If there are some obstacles, remove those obstacles. Remove those obstacles and keep on walking, walking, and walking. Remove all the hurdles in your way and finally try to reach your destination. The right or wrong are relative terms. We cannot get everything in life and have to make choices. Whatever direction in our life takes is determined by the choice made by us. In the journey of life, one can seldom come back to travel the roads not taken earlier. That means if you have two options, don't don't imagine that it's possible that you would take one decision just now and after a few years you can return and take the other decision. It's not possible. Now this poem is there in your ninth class. Why? What is the motive of CBSC? The motive of CBSC of adding this poem in class ninth is because this is a very crucial phase of your life. You have to decide your subject in class 11th. And if your aim is not clear in ninth, you will not be able to work well in in opting subject in class 11th. So the poet wants to say, the CBSE wants to tell you that you have to make a choice now of your career. You have to opt the subject. You have to think what subject, what career you need to opt, and that is why from ninth onwards you have to start working on it. What many children do till 10th, they enjoy their life. Then 11th, they for 1 month, they will be sitting for science. Then another month, no, no, not maths is very tough. Okay, let's take bio. Then 1 month they'll do bio. Then we are not able to do it. Let's go to commerce. No, 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 we are not able to do it. It's not that good because the person whose focus is not clear, the person whose aim is not clear, that person cannot get success easily. Then that person has to face hurdles, hurdles, and hurdles. And finally, maybe a dip down. So, your decision, your choices should be very meticulously taken. Yes, so let's just wind up this chapter, this poem, that the poet and we teachers want you to just give this lesson, this message that when you have to take a decision or you have to make choices in your life, take such choice or make such decision that you may not regret afterwards after years and years hence. Okay, you may not have to feel bad that I wish I had studied in ninth and 10th and then I had taken the subject in 11th. That regret should not be there. That regret should not be there, that I wish I had studied, I wish I had taken a right decision. So this is the high time when you need to think about your aim, your focus towards your aim, your dream, your aspirations, everything, and then you have to work on it. So you should not after years and years hence you should not say that two roads diverged in a yellow wood and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made the difference in my life. So the difference should be there in your life, but not negative. It should be positive. I hope you understood the poem. Thank you.